Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Check out any of my other videos. I review Star Wars shows. I have my own sequel remake that I've re-edited the sequels. Check those out as well. You might really like the story. And let's get into this. While in the midst of training Ben at his temple, a young Ben, a teenage Ben, Luke says he saw a vision of Ben turning dark and killing people. And then, after seeing this vision, he raised his saber over his sleeping teenage nephew. Now, this is a blatant character assassination of Luke Skywalker, and I'll explain in more detail now why. Luke would never have had a thought to even kill his nephew, especially while he was defenseless and asleep. It violates the Jedi Code and Luke's progression as a character. Luke did get very angry and almost kill his father Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi, but that was a very righteous anger, because Vader threatened to go after his twin sister, Leia. It was a direct threat, it was not some vision of some kind, and this happened in the midst of a massive force struggle between light and dark with the most evil Emperor present. In the end, Luke also didn't fall to the dark side and didn't kill Vader. He overcame the urge and chose to die rather than kill his father and go to the dark side. So having the urge years later to kill his family member simply mocks everything he went through in the original trilogy, to say nothing of his overall character in The Last Jedi. The other issue is that if this was a vision of the actual future, then it can't be stopped anyway, and it wasn't. This makes it a direct writing decision to assassinate Luke's character in order to try and steer the fans over to Rey. Essentially, I think they were attempting to make Rey the new Luke by destroying Luke. Luke's story in the OT doesn't come without conflicts, mistakes, and growths, of course. He isn't perfect, but he would never have done this, especially with Ben asleep and posing zero threat. For a seasoned master, like let's take Obi-Wan for example, to even think of such a thing on any student, let alone his own kin, would seem utterly ridiculous. Luke is his uncle. He's seen him grow up and everything. He's his teacher. It's like, well, I'm the authority figure and I could steer Ben onto the right path. Oh well, I interpret this vision as the future, so I guess I'll just kill him. I'll wait until he's asleep though, because I don't want to cause a scene in my Jedi temple. He's literally teaching students to only react with a saber in self-defense, and then he does this. And let's face it, doing this helped push Ben to the dark side anyway. So Luke is basically responsible in a lot of ways for Ben's turn, which is even worse. With all this being said, it's very clear this was done on purpose. And let's not forget, in the book about the making of The Last Jedi, Dave Filoni agreed that in order to elevate Rey to the audience, the OT characters would need to be diminished. It's sick. They deliberately killed his character and broke many, many hearts. All because they were insecure about writing a new compelling protagonist, so they focused on who else they could bring down, rather than concentrate on Rey to lift her up. And in the end, both Luke and Rey's characters were bad. Unfortunately for Luke, however, this also buries his storied legacy in the process, whereas Rey's will just always be terrible. It's actually sad that they hired people this incompetent and insecure to write about such a storied and beloved character, as well as characters like Han and Leia. And then imagine stomping on your cash cow. Even if you like the sequels, would you have been okay with Luke not doing this? Of course you would. So there was no loss in keeping Luke, money-wise, the way he was. But there is a risk in using him in this way to try and turn Rey into the same kind of a cash cow as Luke was. So even from a business perspective, this was really dumb. As one follower on Twitter noted, this is the single most destructive scene in all of Star Wars. Nothing good or coherent at all could have come from this, literally nothing. And at the very least, nothing needed to be lost. Not a single fan needed to be lost if they simply had the confidence in themselves to preserve Luke and the other O2 characters, while giving them a good send-off and writing compelling story arcs for their new characters. Which, as I learned while writing my sequel redo on this very channel, check it out, really isn't rocket science endeavor. It's actually quite simple. I mean, it's just for kids, right? Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.